Two Wisconsin cities have been shown to be among the best in the nation for recent college grads. We'll tell you where up next. Your real estate news starts now. Thank you for watching your real estate news. I'm Stacy Hansen. It's time for this week's real estate numbers with a look at the number of new listings in each county in South Central Wisconsin for the month of March 2017, according to the South Central Wisconsin MLS. In Dane County, there were 1,027 new listings. In Columbia County, there were 90. In Rock County, 217. In Greene County, 66 new listings. In Sauk County, there were 127 new listings. In Grant, Iowa, and Lafayette counties combined, 103 new listings. In Dodge County, there were 76, and in Crawford, Richland, and Vernon counties combined, 64. The regional county inventory of available single-family homes was 3,446 as of March 2017. That's down from 4,611 that same month last year. Trulia and Indeed.com have teamed up to rank the best cities for new college grads, and both Milwaukee and Madison made the cut. The study looked at which cities in America offered the best combination of affordable rental properties and the types of jobs that typically employ new grads. Time Money took the study a bit further, eliminating locations where less than 10% of the housing market was accessible to new grads. The Milwaukee, Waukesha, West Allis area came in at number 11 on the list. It offers an average monthly income of over $2,600. Almost 28% of housing listings are affordable to recent college grads there, and 15% of job postings are grad-friendly. Madison also made the cut at number 37. Average monthly income for a recent grad in Madison is over $2,300. Around 15% of housing listings in Madison are within the affordable range for that demographic. Just under 15% of job postings in Madison are recent grad-friendly. And finally, Australian millionaire Tim Gurner has words for millennials hoping to buy a home: stop spending money on eating out. He was quoted as saying, "When I was trying to buy my first home, I wasn't buying smashed avocado for $19. He went on to say that young people's expectations are very high, but he said homeowners today are working very hard for it and saving every dollar. Many studies have analyzed millennials' spending habits. A Food Institute analysis in 2014 showed that they spend about 44% of their food dollars on eating out. Only 32% of homeowners were first-time buyers in 2016, according to a study by NerdWallet. If you'd like additional information on these headlines, please reference the media sources you see listed on your screen. You can also like us on Facebook and visit WI57.tv. Stay with us. We'll have more real estate news right after the break. Welcome back to the Real Estate News. I'm now with Ryan and Jenny from Copperhead Contracting. Thanks so much for coming on the show today. Now, for those that are new to Copperhead Contracting, tell us a little bit about what you do.
Sure, I would love to. So here at Copperhead Contracting, we do roofing, siding, gutters. We do interior and exterior remodels. We do concrete foundations, decks, barns, garages, sheds. We hold several maintenance contracts all over southern Wisconsin. We specialize in hail and storm restoration. We're actually currently working with several claims in the Windsor, DeForest, and Madison areas.
Now, you mentioned remodeling in there too. I'd like to go back and talk about that a little bit more.
Remodeling has been picking up a lot lately. The real estate market's it's been closed off to homeowners finding exactly what they want. So we've been doing a lot of remodeling to suit new homeowners as they purchase their homes.
And you also mentioned before too that you specialize in storm restoration, and it's certainly a time of year for things like that, hail and wind. Let's talk about that a little bit too.
Definitely. We've had a lot of background in storm restoration going through, so we're more than adapt to help anybody out that has problems with it. We do a full inspection through the entire property, make sure anything that is damaged is noted, and then we walk you through the process with the insurance company of any damages that did incur.
So if somebody thinks that they might have been damaged, their home might have been damaged by wind or hail recently, what are some of the first steps? What do you do?
So pretty much you just want to call our 1-800 number that you can see on the screen. We're pretty much just going to send one of our extremely experienced field reps out. They're going to come take a look at your roof. They're going to let you know if they find any damage, whether or not it warrants a claim. They're going to be there to help you out pretty much throughout the entire process, every step of the way, making it as easy as possible for you.
So if somebody lives in some of these communities that have been hit by some storms recently, do you recommend that they kind of go out and sort of check their house a little bit?
That's a difficult question to answer. If you know what you're looking for, it can be as small as a fracture to your granulars in your asphalt shingles that is going to be a problem 4 years from now, to visible damage and broken siding. So it's better to have an expert look at everything for you.
So definitely have you guys come and check it out. Now, do you serve commercial as well as residential?
Absolutely. And everything from low slope roofing to asphalt commercial. We also have property management contracts, as she spoke about before. So we service them as well throughout the whole process to step them through the insurance and make it more expedited for them.
All right. Well, thanks so much, Copperhead Contracting, and stay with us. Welcome back to the Real Estate News. I'm now with Josh Lovick of Josh Lovick and Associates. Welcome back, Josh. So let's talk about what's happening in the market right now.
Yeah, sure. Well, I've got a couple things. I got some great new listings I'd like to share with you, and then also I've got a problem that I was wondering if you could help me with.
Oh, okay. We'll do our best. Well, let's talk about those properties first, because I know our viewers love to see those.
Sure. Yeah, so great properties I got. Let's see. One of them is this incredible townhouse condo for sale right now over in Sun Prairie. 2168 square feet, 3 bedrooms, 2.5 baths. 2-car garage. It's right across from a really large green space, and it has just kind of a really cool front porch. Really nice property.
Nice. Now, where in Sun Prairie is that one?
It's over on the north side of town, kind of near Buck and Honey's, if you know where that is.
Okay, yeah, that's a good spot. Now, what about some of those other properties?
Yeah, so we've got another one over in, actually one of my favorite neighborhoods over in the Dudge and Monroe neighborhood. It's at 730 Chapman Street. This one's actually a 4-bedroom, 2-bath, 1648 square feet, house built in 1924. Still has some of the original features and a nice wooded lot.
Now, that Dudgey and Monroe is a great location too, isn't it? I love the shops and the bike path around there.
Yeah, definitely one of the best places around Madison, I think. But if you're looking for something maybe not quite as old, I've got a great property at 6518 Apple Glen Lane. This is a lovely home on the southwest side of Madison. Really large, 4 bedrooms, all 4 bedrooms on the second floor here. Nice fireplace, wood floors, granite countertops, and some brand new high-end stainless appliances there too.
Now, that sounds like a nice one too. Now, let's go back to that problem. What are you seeing in the market right now?
Yeah, so the biggest problem is actually a housing shortage. So we're finding that there's a lot of disappointed buyers that are in the market right now. In fact, many of the best homes in the best neighborhoods are selling often with multiple offers, and so the challenge is maybe not necessarily selling the home, but rather selling the home for the best terms to the right buyer. So, you know, one property I recently wrote an offer on had actually 32 competing offers.
Wow.
Yeah, so now granted that was maybe a little underpriced. They probably could have priced it a little higher and not gotten quite as many offers, but still it's certainly an indication of what's happening in the market. But certainly if you've been considering a move, you know, now would be kind of a perfect time to contact our team and maybe get a quick home equity report and find out, you know, your home might be worth a lot more than you think.
Yeah, now that it is definitely a problem, but I would think it's probably a good problem for current homeowners though, right?
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. But actually it reminds me of another property we just listed at 2954 King James Way. They'd been thinking about moving for a number of years, but now just decided now is the right time for them. But beautiful big open floor plan, vaulted ceilings, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, and a garage. And now we're getting tons of activity on that one.
I bet you are. Well, thanks so much, Josh, for coming back.
Thank you.
Welcome back to the Real Estate News. I'm now with Rob Grether of Lake Point Realty. Now, Rob is here today with some brand new listings, hot off the presses. Rob, let's talk about these.
Yeah, Stacy, we've Lake Point's got some new listings, and the two I think that you're referring to in particular, one is about to go live tomorrow, It's a great house down in Stoughton, 524 South Van Buren Street, kind of an area just south of the downtown. Great 1920s craftsman style house. A lot of original woodwork, but also some really great updates. Remodeled kitchen, beautiful, solid countertops. Gorgeous backyard, hot tub, gazebo. Some tremendous landscaping. I've got some pictures that you might be able to see that stuff.
Yeah.
An updated 2-car garage or 2.5-car garage with a little kind of mother-in-law apartment or artist studio up above it. So some really cool things that I think are really going to catch people's eye.
Yeah, that is an amazing one because it's got all the cool features, from the 20s, yet all these amazing new things. Like we said, a hot tub too. I mean, what more do you need, really? It's just got all the luxury and all the style too. Now tell us a little bit about Stoughton too. You said this was in Stoughton?
Yeah, it's like I said, it's just a little south of downtown. The Stoughton downtown, I think a lot of people know, is kind of quaint. It's got a main street with some shops, restaurants, theaters, the Stoughton Opera House. Movie theater as well, and some restaurants, some great things going on in Stoughton.
And the other listing that Lake Point has now too.
So we've got another one. Vanessa Flores, one of the agents at Lake Point, has a listing on Lexington Street, 5910 Lexington. It's a cool multi-level, got a great floor plan. It's got updated, fully remodeled kitchen and some, bathroom remodels. Great backyard. Again, that one's also pretty close to downtown, so it's within walking distance of the high school. There's a pizza place right over there. Farwell Street is kind of got some things going on as well if people want to get to some of those amenities, but also right down the road from Madison.
Yeah, that's a nice one too with all those remodels too. It's very nice, very move-in rendy. And tell us a little bit about McFarland.
Well, again, like I said, McFarland, that was within walking distance of the high school, but there's a couple different areas with amenities. An old McFarland, kind of a newer McFarland. The lake's right over there, Babcock Park. And again, your minutes back into Madison. So we know that one's going to be a good listing for people interested in either of those communities. We're feeling pretty good about them.
Absolutely. Well, thanks so much for sharing these with us today. Welcome back to the Real Estate News. I'm now with Eric Hobenschild of Pacific Union Financial. Welcome back, Eric. Let's talk about what's going on in this market.
Well, it is absolutely bonkers out there right now. Homes are flying off the shelves. There's just not enough homes for sale right now, and there's a ton of buyers out there looking to buy.
So what does this mean for home buyers? I bet it's a tough world out there.
It is. Well, it means that home values are going up. It means that if you are a prospective buyer, you better have your ducks in a row before you even start to think about buying a home. And really what that means is you need to talk to a lender and get pre-approved. So you can go in, and once that home, the perfect home for you, presents itself and hits the market, you're ready to write an offer on it.
With that said, what can buyers do then to protect their investment?
Well, we're in a little bit of a weird area right now where home values are going up. We're seeing a lot of offers go in above the asking price, and so that begs the question, is this another bubble situation like we saw back in 2008, 2009? And on the mortgage side of the equation, it is harder to qualify for a mortgage in that you have to be working, you have to have the capacity to repay, etc. So I don't think we're going to see quite the same bubble, but homes are appreciating at a little bit greater clip than they have in the past, and there certainly could be a situation in a couple of years where home values fall back down again just because of the economy, etc. And we've just rolled out a brand new program, which no one else on the market has, which is a down payment protection loan, where you can actually, built into the loan, is some insurance that would protect your down payment. So say, for instance, you bought a home for $200,000 and you put, say, 10% down. So you put $20,000 down, and in 4 years you decided that you wanted to sell, and you were only able to sell your home for $180,000, so you kind of lose that $20,000 that you put down initially. Well, our Pacific Prime program actually protects that down payment, where we'll actually cut you a check back when you sell the home for that difference. So it's a little bit a different sort of a program and a different approach that we're taking, because we want to protect our clients. We want to protect their interests. You work hard for your down payment. You put a lot of work into coming up with that money to put down, and you certainly just don't want to squander it.
That's absolutely good advice. Any final words for our buyers out there?
Well, no, I mean, really, it's a great time to buy. It's a great time to sell. The bottom line is you've got to go in with all of your ducks in a row. And really, it just makes sense to, give me a call or give us a call over at Pacific Union. We'll certainly help you get pre-approved. We've got programs from, the bruised credit all the way up to the perfect credit, and everything in between. So just give us a call, and we'll get you squared away.
All right, definitely check that out and stay with us. We'll have more right after the break.
All right, welcome on into the real estate news. Filling in for the incomparable Stacy Hansen. I am Rich Reynolds. Thanks for having me. And speaking of having people along, we have Peggy Adams right now from Solidarity Realty. And Peggy, welcome on in. And if we could, talk about a little bit how the selling process works. You're the listing specialist at Solidarity Realty. Seems like a good market to sell. How do you get started?
You got it. Now, I do want to kind of emphasize, not only do I list, but I do the buying side as well. But I do prefer listing. It's kind of just a little niche of mine. And definitely the first start of the process is just to give us a call. That's pretty standard stuff, right? But, decluttering. That is something that you will realize takes a lot longer than you thought it did. So, especially if you've been in the house for a long time. So even before I come and I take a look at your place, I do say declutter it as much as possible, and then we can start talking about more of the details instead of kind of the big picture of things. So
decluttering, seems to be that first step in the whole staging process. What else does staging involve for people that don't know?
Well, now there's different types of avenues we can take. If you have maybe a more expensive home, less furniture, something like that, there are services that you can hire out, pay, they'll bring it, they'll do it themselves. At Solidarity, we do kind of hang on to, a few minor pieces. You got your tables, we got a couch, we got a couple tables, we got some things to hang on the wall, some color. We're on Willie Street, so we definitely love color. So we do have some pieces that we can add, or we can go ahead and use what you have.
Excellent. Now, I know in the restaurant business, they would always talk about how the first bite of food is taken with the eyes. I think that's similar with real estate too. So curb appeal matters, doesn't it?
Oh, does it ever? We have folks that they don't even enter the home if they drive by it, and it just doesn't show well. And it will also help for, as we're preparing the inside of the home, to have the outside just kind of looking nice already, so that as we kind of start putting the word out there, folks can just drive by and see the outside before we get into the inside. So curb appeal's huge. It's that time of year. Flowers, have some nice, maybe little statues, a bird bath, things like that.
Now, for people that are living in their houses while they're trying to sell their houses, sometimes they're a little bit apprehensive about showings or open houses. What can people expect when that process happens?
It's really as much or as little as you like. We say let the folks get in. In this market, really, you're only dealing with about 2-3 days of serious showings. One of those days may even be an open house. So, maybe for a weekend, decide to kind of take off while those showings are happening. We'll talk to you kind of about where do we want key boxes, where do we want folks to enter, shoes on, shoes off. There's a bunch of different little things that we could talk about showing related, but yeah, definitely expect to kind of give up your house for the first 48 hours.
It seems like a seller's market. There's bidding wars going on. In 15 seconds, what can people expect from that, Peggy?
Oh gosh, I say spreadsheets. They have been a miracle for our sellers. So, when we're getting 4 offers, we throw them on a spreadsheet, and it's a lot easier to spell out the terms.
Excellent. Peggy from Solidarity Realty, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Hey, Mindy and Stephanie are along right now from Property Revival Real Estate to tell us what's going on over there. And Mindy, I think the last time you were here, you were telling us that it's such a seller's market right now. Is that still the case?
Absolutely, Rich. It is certainly still a seller's market. We are seeing a little bit of a pickup, which is great. I was able to secure 3 accepted offers for some of my buyers last week. So we are definitely getting things moving in the real estate market right now, but we're desperate for listings still. We're still really encouraging people that if you're thinking about selling to hit the gas and get it up, because it will go. So yes, we are still looking to get people's houses listed.
Now, listings definitely seem scarce out there, but I hear that you got a new one, don't you?
Yes, we actually are just finishing up a brand new build in Cottage Grove, which is a really great community to live in. It's over 4,500 square feet. It's a 5-bedroom, 4-bath home, close to schools, and it is going to be listed at $560,000.
All right, from Mindy, we go out to Stephanie right now. Stephanie, what do you have going on?
Actually, so I have a property hitting the market today. It's a brand new build in Verona, Spruce Hollow. It's 3721 Cardinal Point Trail, and it is absolutely beautiful. It is 4 bedrooms, 3.5 bath, and it has an office and a den and a lower level extra bonus room, a wet bar, and the finishes are super, super beautiful. And actually a lot of them came from our showroom at Artisil Design. So that's just another added value that we have for our clients, whether they're selling or buying. Selling, so if we need to come in and help them out with getting top dollar, doing a couple little tweaks, or buying in this market, it is really, really hard to find your dream home. So if I can't help you find your dream home, I can help you create your dream home. And that's kind of just what sets us apart at Property Revival, that we're able to offer that.
Yeah, you know, that extra room to me sounds like a man cave, which sounds like a dream home to me. So I'd love to have that.
It's
and
beautiful.
Verona, of course, such a hot market. Isn't Verona kind of booming right now, isn't it?
It is, and it's such a beautiful area, such a beautiful neighborhood. It's a great area.
Yeah,
sure.
Absolutely. So, Stephanie, great job. I know you're new to this whole TV thing, but if you could run down how people can get a hold of you or people at Property Revival Realty.
Yes, so you can contact us through our website at propertyrevival.net or .com, or you can contact us at our Madison office or Janesville office, and we would be happy to help with anything.
And I think we got a lot of that information on the screen as well. So, Stephanie, thank you. Mindy, thank you as well. We appreciate you being here.
Thanks so much.
Thank you to our guests for stopping by today, and also thank you, our viewers, for tuning in. Be sure to join us again next week. I'm Stacy Hansen for the Real Estate News, making a positive impact and leading the real estate market.